Wednesday was a big day for the New York Jets, in the news for various reasons, starting off with Brian Schottenheimer resigning or being fired, whatever. He's not going to be back next year. And then the news that Tony Sparano is coming in to be a part of that Jets offense. A lot of big names going on with the Jets right now. Is this a good thing?
I got my watch out, and I figured it was about 11 hours between the announcement that Brian was stepping down or whatever. We can read into that one as much as we can. And then Tony Sparano comes in, which I think is a very interesting move. You know, I think he will kind of mellow Rex out, kind of level him out. He's a run-first guy. You know, I mean, maybe his quarterback development rating isn't all that high. You look back historically, hasn't done a lot of that. But I think this is a guy who I think can work within the system. I know Todd Haley's name has been mentioned as a possible passing game coordinator, but I think right now with what they have, Sparano is a good fit. And, you know, Brian ultimately just didn't work out. There was a personality clash there.
It didn't seem like Schottenheimer was going to be back. There were a lot of complaints about the way that offense developed or didn't develop this last year. One of the big reasons, Mark Sanchez. Also in the news today, according to an article in the New York Daily News, that Sanchez was ripped by his teammates anonymously. No one came forward, but really just questioning not only his work ethic, but just how he's developed as a quarterback.
I think a lot of this has been brewing, and I don't doubt the source of the report because I think it comes from a good, solid place, and I do believe there are Jets players who don't feel like Sanchez is the right fit for this offense. Now, it just so happens that Peyton Manning may come available. I know his name has been mentioned. Can you imagine two Mannings in the Big Apple with Rex, the whole scene? It would be unbelievable to kind of fathom. But I think, you know, the criticisms of Sanchez, some of them are legitimate, and they come from team captains and people who are important to that Jets offense.
Overall, you know, it was just a mess at the end of the season. All these kind of reports are leaking out. You know, people seem to be tiring of Rex. I mean, are these starting to be pieces that will make it better, or is it just becoming more, you know, jumbled?
Yeah, I think it's good as part of the weeding out process to make sure these errors or these things are aired out there and make sure you understand who the leaders on this team are. And obviously those reports are anonymous, but I think a lot of this stuff will be cleared up. And it wouldn't surprise me if Mark Sanchez is not the quarterback and Peyton Manning could be.
It's hard to imagine Peyton working with Rex Ryan. It just seems so different in their approaches, but I guess you never know.
A long-time admirer. I mean, Ryan's talked more highly about him than almost any quarterback out there.
And we'll have to see. It's going to be an interesting season, if nothing else, for the Jets. That's the latest what's going on in New York. For the best coverage of the league, check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.
It's never too early to start thinking about the NFL Draft, and Pro Football Weekly's new draft database has you covered. Check out updated player rankings for over 750 prospects and our exclusive PFW Stock Watch. Just go to the Draft tab at ProFootballWeekly.com.